Here on another episode of All It Takes podcast. And I know it's been a while since we posted anything, but we're back on track. And today, I got my good friend here, Rick Morales.
Yes, Rick Morales.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to make sure. Yeah.
Forgot my last name already.
And I was like, oh, did I say it wrong? I was like, no, it is right. It is right. How you doing today, though?
It's a good day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got your day off, just enjoying.
I'm really enjoying it.
And I want to appreciate the beer, too. See, he already knows. He's an Angels fan, so he doesn't like anything with the Dodgers.
I got you something special.
I know, right?
It's just that other beer you guys have been drinking and killing me.
What, the Modelo's?
The Modelo's and the Corona.
That's the best kind of stuff, honestly. Like,
I guess. You'll see this. This one's a lot better.
yeah. All right. So, for a lot of people who don't know, you've been in EMT for like over 20 years, something like that, right?
Since 2000, 99, 2000, somewhere in there. I don't even remember.
Ooh. What age were you, like, when you first started?
Jesus, I'm 52 now, so 32 years old.
You're 52?
Yeah, I'm 52.
What?
Yeah.
You still look pretty good for your age. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks a lot.
52?
I think it's because I used to smoke cigarettes when I met my wife, but then when I quit smoking, I think not smoking cigarettes will really help.
Oh, okay. I know you're a big weed smoker too.
Yes, I just recently stopped.
Yeah, I'd say that's hard because like I think I tried stopping for like at least a week and I was just like, nah, dude, I can't do it. Like I need to just at least smoke. Like when I get stressed out, it's just like it just helps me relax.
The first week is the hardest.
Yeah.
And after that, I think I stopped smoking on 420. It's like 2 months later.
Yeah.
I already tested clean and everything, and I only jones twice. Well, 3 times. One of them was bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of them, every time I closed my eyes, I could see like the bud in the bowl. Big green frosty bud in the bowl.
I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, I was just like, I really want it. But then after that, everything's good. I could smell it. Like people smoking around me, I don't even crave it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just because of my memory. My memory is getting real bad. And I was blowing a lot of money on weed.
Yeah, I never used to pick up like almost a quad every time we would come over. Like,
yeah, that was just for everyone coming over.
Yeah.
So, I was going through, and every 2 weeks I'd go through an ounce.
Oh, shit.
So that starts to add up.
Yeah.
You know, and at my age, I'm supposed to be saving more money to retire with. So.
Yeah. But you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to buy my weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, that's cool, though. So what made you get into being an EMT? Was your family before? Like,
No. Nobody was really in the medical business other than my wife. But at the time, I was a warehouse supervisor out in Anaheim next to the stadium. Always running into car accidents. Like, always running into a shit show.
Yeah.
Never knowing what to do. One day, I just call my wife up. Again, this is what happens when I leave my jobs. I just call her up and say, I'm sick of this shit. And she'll just tell me on the phone, like, just quit. So I quit.
Just like that?
No plan. Yeah, I just quit. Went home for a couple of days, took like a week off, and she says, you like run into a lot of emergency situations. Why don't you go to school for it? So I did. Went through it right here down the street, a ROP program, which is now gone. And
how is that, like the program getting into it? Is it difficult, like trying to learn everything?
It's just a lot of memorization of numbers.
Okay. You
know what I mean? Like blood pressures, pulses, everything else kind of just is skills. Everything else just becomes muscle memory.
Oh, okay.
But certain things you have to learn, like normal limits for people's numbers that they're going to have, temperature, all that stuff.
I'm pretty sure, like, when you went to school compared to now, like, there's been so much change that...
Oh, man. Well, every 2 years you have to recert.
2 years?
Every 2 years you got to do continuing education credits, plus you have to prove that you can still do your skills.
Oh, okay.
So you get updated every 2 years. Like, there's another update that just happened. You could use Narcan now for overdoses. And so, like...
Narcan?
Yeah, that's what my boys are... They know how to do it. They've already gone through that process.
Yeah.
I myself went through it once, but I still need to get another certificate.
Okay. Narcan. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's wild.
So how, like, did you enjoy it as an EMT? I know, like, they never really made much money or anything, but I feel like EMT is more a passionate job.
It is.
You gotta have a love for it.
It is. It's like what you do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those things, like, it doesn't pay well, but I was making a lot of money at the time because I worked a 72-hour shift. So I'd go in Friday to the station and I would leave Monday morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
that sounds horrible.
It worked out because my boys were young.
Yeah.
So I could drop them off at school, go home, like on Monday, come home, go to sleep. And I would be with them, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But then on the weekend, they would, Mom would take care of them here at the house. And then I was at work. and it's kind of fun. It was a lot of fun. At the time, I worked out of Long Beach with the ambulance company. So
Okay. So that must have been like.
it was pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when Snoop Dogg was really big. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's big still, but I mean, back then it was like.
He was like on top of the charts.
Yeah, I was like, you got to figure 99, 2000. It was like wild. 9/11 hadn't hit yet, so it was a good time.
Did that make a difference when that happened? 9/11.
Yeah, because maybe a year and a half of being in the field, I started working in the emergency room at that time. That's when actually I was in training the day 9/11 hit.
Oh shit.
So at that time, things started to change like immediately.
Yeah.
Like more
Everybody
homeland
was.
security.
Oh, okay. Everybody was just more cautious about what's going on, and.
Yeah, and then my training, once I hit at the hospital in the emergency room, my training just totally took off. Like decon teams, I went to different like symposiums and classes and whatnot to get different, not really certified, but taught.
Oh, okay.
On how to deal with blast injuries, dirty bombs injuries, things like this.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's kind of wild.
Dirty bomb injury. Have you like ever experienced anything like that? Like.
I never seen anybody blow up.
No.
Never. I don't want to see any of that.
I hope
I've seen
not.
enough. I
see enough videos on YouTube and whatnot. Like.
Yeah, it's pretty wild because I'll still look into like YouTube. I'll look at some videos just to get get my little dose of blood and gore, and I'm good with it, man. I'm cool with that. I'm good with what I do now.
Damn. So what's like the craziest thing you've seen in the hospital?
Oh man, the craziest thing. I get asked this a lot, and I was thinking the craziest thing that actually happened in the hospital was it was a gunshot. They dropped them off in front of the hospital. Me and my buddy at the time, John Plowman, who's a firefighter now, back east, Midwest. We drugged the guy into the room, we drug him back into the emergency room.
Uh-huh.
We threw him up on a bed and checked his airway. He wasn't breathing, so we started to bag him, which is you use it's a BVM, valve mask.
Oh, okay,
You see it on the TV shows.
Yeah.
So we're bagging him, and we're looking for a chest rise, but there's not getting any chest rise.
Mm-hmm. So
John starts bagging him, or one of us starts bagging him a little bit harder, and then at the time we didn't know, but we were putting pressure into his skull because there's like a 44 Magnum, so it made a large cavity in his head.
Yeah. That
we didn't know about. We're just trying to get his chest rise. We're just trying to get air into this dude, and his forehead kind of popped.
Oh shit! Like the actual. Zit. Oh fuck!
So. Again, this is way back when, and like blood and brain, a little bit of brain matter, a little bit of skull fragments landed on us. And we kind of looked at each other like, yes, this is the shit. Like, this is it,
this is what we're waiting for.
Yeah, like, this was excitement. I'm sure these days it would become a big thing. But back then, nobody really gave a shit. We just tried to take care of this gentleman. So it was wild. That was wild. Damn. I got tons of stories, man.
Yeah, I know you have a scrapbook too, right? Of like all these pictures and.
Yeah, before there's a thing. It's health. It's a HIPAA thing. It's where you can't share information.
Okay.
But I'm predate that. So we had a Polaroid camera and we just start snapping pictures of things. So yeah, I do have a scrapbook.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have. Sometimes I look at that too and just kind of go through memory lane,
Just like, oh, I never when that happened.
And there's always a wild story behind an accident.
Yeah.
There's always something. It's pretty interesting job.
Have you ever been like what's what I'm trying to look for? Like, have you ever been like in a serious situation like that? Like where was I trying to go with this? I don't even know where I was trying to go with it. Never mind. We're just gonna block that out.
Right.
I don't know where I was going with it.
Like an emotional type of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Like you just like it's so much going on at one time. You don't know how to react to it anymore. Or I know a lot of times too, where like when people see something so dramatic that they've never seen before, it just like they have no more feeling for anything like that anymore.
That's actually why I left the emergency room 13 years later, because it got to a point where I was dealing. I mean, we weren't seeing death all the time,
mm-hmm.
but people die all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it was my last pediatric death is a baby, and I really didn't feel anything. As soon as the kid, was passed and called, I was thinking, nah, shit, now I gotta wrap the kid up and take him down to the morgue.
Yeah.
And that was my attitude, which is a horrible attitude to have.
Yeah.
And I remember again talking to my wife, telling her that this is how I felt. I really didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I was more bummed out that I had to go to the morgue, which I hate going to the morgue.
Yeah.
And the mom crying and the whole bit. And I know that sounds shitty, but
like,
to that point, I was burnt out. And that's when I figured I should probably get out. So from then I went to orthopedics and worked there for a year and a half.
Okay. And how's that?
That was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different. They sent me to medical assisting school to add to my EMT, to add to my phlebotomy. And dealing with broken bones have always been my passion. Like, it's wild because again, always a good story. You know? I worked with really a good crew. I worked with, to me, the best surgeons in Whittier, if not Southern California. They're like friggin' gods.
And right here at PIH.
Right here at PIH.
PIH.
Yeah. Then I got West Nile virus, and that's when I left there.
What is that? I remember when you did have it, but I wasn't too sure. Like,
were you around when I had it?
I was, yeah.
I don't remember shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was in the backyard, got bit by a mosquito, woke up one day.
Did this all happen from a mosquito?
One mosquito bite. I got Damn. Deb caught me one day. I guess I was crawling outside. She has a picture of me. I was crawling around outside vomiting, and I couldn't see. They wanted, and again, excuse me, they wanted to take me to the ER. Like, I'm going to call 911. I kept telling her. I remember telling her, don't call 911 because I don't want to go to the emergency room. Were
you scared?
No, I'm just like, I've seen people come to the emergency room for bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and I thought I was that bullshit case. I'm just a little sick. So I go to my doctor, Angel Dalgadillo. I trust that dude with my life, which he ended up saving it. As soon as he sees me, he checks my belly out. He's like, you got to go to the emergency room and call 911. I'm like, do not call 911. I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going to an ambulance, man. Been there, done that. I ain't doing it again. So he agreed. They took me straight to the hospital. They called the hospital ahead. And the crew was already there to receive me.
Shit.
So it was wild, man. It was wild.
And how could he tell just by looking at your belly?
He looked at my belly. He looked at the way his general impression of what he saw me. Took my temp. I don't exactly remember what. Yeah. But I just remembered like the look in his eyes was kind of fearful, man.
Like it was serious, like.
Yeah, because he's a physician's assistant, and I've like gone on trips with him, you know, with the company. Okay. PIH, they would send my wife, and I would tag along. So I know the guy pretty well, and for him to do that, like the look on his face was like he had that oh shit face.
Damn, that must have scared the shit out of you too. Like.
Yeah, well they thought it was something else, and then they ended up tapping. They put a needle in your spine. It's a spinal tap.
Is it one of those long ones?
Yeah, it's a long one. It's like a 3.5 inch needle. It's okay, man. I don't even remember. I just remember straightening out on the bed, being laying down, and then putting the needle in. So. Fuck. Yeah, it was wild. I spent the week there. Lost a lot of weight.
How long did you have it for? I know you had it for a while, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I ended up quitting my job because it was one of those things where the company was going to hang on to my job. I was going to be on disability or whatnot. Oh, okay. But I didn't want to be one of those dicks that like
just get money,
fills that spot. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm just going to wash my hands of this because they were talking about me being on permanent disability. Because I couldn't walk more than 5 feet.
I remember that. It was hard times. You
remember all that?
I remember everything.
You've been around with me, huh?
A long time I want to say since like, I think I've known Max since junior year of high school. Really? I think so, but I don't think I ever came to your house until my senior year.
And then you never left, huh?
And I never left. I couldn't leave. How could I leave? This is such a cool house. Like, you got cool parents. You got Deb. You got Mike. You got everybody. I mean,
I'm telling you, I wasn't always like. People see me now and they're like, "Oh yeah, like how you are with your boys and whatnot." And they think it's because they think that that's how it was all the time, and it's kind of like one of those things like they're comparing their chapter 2 in life to my chapter 30. I mean, like I've been through all the bullshit with the boys. I've taken the doors off the hinges. You know, I was like one of those dads. I was an asshole, and because of that, I think I've raised my wife and I raised 2 good, strong men, young men. So because of that, you can start to lean off a little bit and start to be friends. Yeah. Before I remember telling them like, I'm not your friend, man. I'm your dad. If we're friends, cool. If we're not, hey, even cool. I don't give a shit. Like, you're gonna do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it.
And that's how it should be, honestly. Like, I feel like parents who aren't good with discipline with their kids just turn into assholes. Like, they just don't know. They don't have common sense. They don't know how to treat people right. Like,
yeah, everybody wants to be their kid's buddy.
Exactly.
And you can't be that until they get older. Yeah. When they're little, you gotta hit them. I used to hit them at the same time. One got in trouble. They both got in trouble. Yeah. Because I don't want snitches either. So.
Yeah. See, that's a good thing.
And you're like, you know my sons, and so you know how it is here. Yeah. But now they're grown up. Everything's kind of chilled out.
That's good. And the whole family's a part of the medical field too, right?
Yeah, both boys are EMTs. Yeah. My wife she works still at PIH. She's been there since God knows how long. And Max is with Care Ambulance. Michael's with Lynch Ambulance. Max does most of the like paramedic calls, 911s. Okay. And Michael does. They're starting to do paramedic calls or 911s, I guess, with Placentia, but mostly he does. Just busting people around, making sure everyone's safe, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, you had your experience of being behind an ambulance and then being at the hospital, correct? Mm-hmm. Is there a difference between the two? Like, let's say like you're going on scene when you're on an ambulance. Is there a difference? Like, I know how you guys were arguing about it a couple days ago.
Yeah, about
That
shit like that all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, because I still believe in the field. The EMTs aren't making that much money, and I don't want to be the one of those get up on my soapbox kind of thing. But they don't make a whole lot of money, and for a time they're the ones taking care of a person.
Yeah.
In the hospital, which I love the hospital, but if shit hits the fan, you have a doctor, you have nurses, you have respiratory therapists, you have neonatologists, you have surgeons, you have all these people at your disposal you can call for help. In the field, it's you and your partner, or you and the paramedic.
Yeah.
So, and you gotta get shit done. Granted, you're only with them for about 15 minutes because you're hauling ass to the streets, right? Yeah. But those guys, I think they deserve a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. What the hell?
Because everyone's all about the thin blue line, the thin red line, and all that, and I'm all about it too. But there's a thin white line that people I try to get stuff for the kids like shirts, and they don't make them. Like it's not about that.
Really?
Yeah, until like you're the one in the back of the ambulance, and the one dude's sitting there talking to you, is the guy taking care of you, and then it matters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I've been trying to find something for him, and there's not a whole lot.
Very interesting. Do you prefer being at the hospital or being on the field?
When I think about it, being in the field, I really liked it. I remember I had the same partner, Dave. I can't remember his name. David Diaz. And so me and him were always worked the same 72, which was great. But there's a reason why I left. And I think it was when you get a call, there's a signal goes off. And every time I heard anything like that signal, it'd make the hair on the back of my neck stand up and like kind of feel nauseous.
Yeah.
And at the hospital, I like the hospital.
Yeah.
The hospital because I was surrounded by just great people. Like friggin' professionals like you.
Especially when you have a good team behind you too. Like everyone knows what they're doing.
Oh yeah. There was a time, for a long time, I remember looking at we'd sit, because a lot of times people saying, oh, they're just chilling. And you know what, honestly, there is some downtime. But it's like, a shortstop waiting for the next pitch. You're waiting for the next thing to come through the door. But when someone's in the hospital, man, I mean, you're there for them, like at the worst time for them. So I mean that's where it kicks into where no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're feeling, is your job is to take care of them. So that's where the passion comes in. Like you love what you do, and you're there to take care of people. So you really don't talk shit about them. I mean, other than I'll talk shit like we had a dude that got shot. Right, he was a gangbanger, and he got shot in the behind, and he came in crying and whining, and when his buddy showed up, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, I got shot. I got shot in the behind, like whatever." Like dude,
all badass.
I'm like, dude, I called him out. Like, dude, you were crying like 5 minutes ago, and I don't have a problem with you crying, but don't do this now. Like, just be real. Like, just be real, But it's a job that you got to be passionate about. You got to love it. You got because you're taking care of people, and that, I mean, dude, what better job can you have than take care of someone?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Giving back to your fellow man, which is what started me in doing the whole thing in the beginning. Yeah. Is I just like taking care of people. it's that dad thing. I just want to make sure everyone's cool. Everyone's well fed, everyone's happy, everyone's got a beer in their hand, like at home. But there it was like just making sure everyone's safe, that you're good. You're in good hands. I got you.
You ever come back to like after you finish your shift and whatnot, like you come back home and you're like, I feel like I did something good today. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've had days. I mean, there you have those times that were like you do something really great. Mm-hmm. You save a life. You delivered a kid. I mean, me and Lee, a guy I used to work with, still a friend of mine. We sat there and we watched kids get delivered right there in the parking lot. So I mean, you see things, and you ride that high, man. Yeah. You ride that high for as long as you can until something shitty goes bad. Yeah. And then once something shitty goes wrong, I mean, I'd come home, and that's why I'm surprised that my kids became EMTs, because, I mean,
seeing your reactions.
Oh yeah, they see me cry. Yeah. And the thing is things would happen throughout the night. It's a 12-hour shift. Didn't even hit me until I saw my kids. And then once I saw them and they were little, and I'd get all choked up, like, holy shit, Yeah. And it's not even bad stuff, Oscar. It's like this little kid used to come in once a week because he get beat up at school. Shit. And there I am talking to his dad, and I was like, what is this dad going through? Like, what is the not pity, man, but like the feeling I felt for this dad that having to deal with this kid that was, he's kind of a nerd, but that got beat up every week. They kicked this kid's ass.
Damn.
Why? Like, why would they do? Like, why do we do things we do? And which begins the whole thing of religion. Like, really,
Yeah.
God? Like, you're gonna let this kid get his ass kicked every week? Things like that. That would happen. But yeah.
Like, would you ever like feel like, let's say if you ever, I wouldn't say like you let somebody die, but someone does die under your care or for something you think you did wrong. Like, is it like a big
I've
effect?
killed people, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy in my very first. I was brand new in the field on the ambulance, and there was a guy we took him for the hospital ER for some bullshit reason, which is he was hematuria. He was pissing blood.
Okay.
So I mean, it haunts me to this very day that you take their blood pressure every 15. You know, he's stable, so you're cool. And I really wasn't paying attention to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring this up a lot with people that I wasn't paying attention. I let my guard down. I was brand new. That's no excuse. But he ends up, his heart stops. He goes into full arrest. So we upgrade to code 3 because it's a code 2 roll. We're just going normal. But I tell my driver, I'm in the back as the attendant. I tell him, we need to upgrade. This guy's like, he's dropping out.
Yeah.
He was dead. I mean, he was no heart activity. I don't have a monitor because I'm a BLS at the time, basic life support, and it's just a regular BS call, bullshit call, But he's diaphoretic. He's sweating. He's no heart rate, nothing. So I start CPR. We get him to the hospital. He ends up passing. And as I'm walking out, the family catches up with us in the waiting room, and they're like, "Oh, you guys beat us here." Like they didn't know that the patient had passed. And I felt like shit.
Now in a situation like that, do you have to deliver news to them?
No, I ain't my job. I've only delivered one time news to that. We had a woman who had breast augmentation and a tummy tuck in Mexico on the same time, and she came back and she passed. And I was, the husband came into the area where we were doing the working the patient. Doing CPR and whatnot, and he's, the doctor called it, and it was Dr. Mike Liu, which is, he's awesome. That guy's like God to me. And he called it, and then the husband runs over to the body, and he's like, no, keep going. And I stopped him, cause, to protect the team or whatnot, because I don't know what's going on, and I tell him, she's gone. We've done the best we can. So I try to do my thing to him. I don't know if I said the right words or whatnot, but Dr. Liu took me aside afterwards and told me that whatever you said was great, but they don't remember any of this stuff that you've told them. Yeah. So don't feel bad, because I felt like shit. Yeah. Because that's not my job. That's, as an EMT, that's certainly not my job. But I just happened to, as the guy was approaching the body, I didn't want to see his wife all. Yeah, I get you. Bleeding out with vomit coming out, and it's bad. And so because of that, I learned a lot. And again, Lou taught me a lot.
And he's like the main surgeon at PIH?
At the time he's just an ER doc, not just an ER doc. He's an ER doc. Oh, okay. And because of him, in his letter of I don't know what the heck you call it, but to get me into orthopedics, they accepted me right away because of his letter. Oh shit! Yeah, he's the man. He's got respect from everybody then. Oh, he's all of them are the man. I mean, all of them are just great, but he really taught me a lot, and I listened to him a lot. That
must be a tough job being a ER doctor, because you're there. I'm guessing more than 24 hours for sure.
Oh yeah,
and those doctors are always on call, right?
They're not. It's not a trauma center. Oh, okay. So the doctors work 8 hours, but those guys give 100% because they have a crap load of patients. Yeah. Some of them are very critical, and some of them are bullshit, and they run it well. But honestly, people tend to think that the doctor's running the ER, but it's not. It's a charge nurse. Charge nurse? The nurses are the people who are running that emergency room. Oh. They're the ones that are doing it.
There's all kinds of nurses too, right? Like,
oh yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of nurses. There's only one doc. Maybe two for each. It was broken down into pods. Oh, okay. And it cracked me up because I remember entering the emergency room. I was thinking, oh, the doctor's this, the doctor's that. Dude, it's the nurses. They get a lot of credit, but they still don't think they get enough because there's some of them that, man, I've seen them do like miracles. Like I'm telling you, man. You trip out that they have they get 1 week. They get a thing called Nurses Week, and that's it. And they don't get all the the props that they get. And that's just specifically with ER nurses. Other nurses I don't know about because I know there's like a lot of nurses going through shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the ER nurses I worked with are man,
miracle workers.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's nuts.
Damn.
But the doctors are great. They do their thing, But I mean, it's sometimes it comes down to the point where, the nurses are doing their thing, the EMTs are doing their thing, and the doctor's standing there dumbfounded. Like, okay, now what? And which I kind of liked. I kind of like them saying, anybody have any ideas that we could do to bring this guy back or this girl back?
And they'll come with it on the spot too.
Yeah, and then even me as an EMT could be like, hey, could we try this? Let's try it. It wasn't like, dude, you're an EMT. That's it.
Yeah.
Because that's like the bottom of the feeding, whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
They're the bottom. So the fact that a doctor would listen to an EMT was kind of cool. Like, shit, let's give it a try. It's a Hail Mary pass. Why not?
Yeah.
So I like that. I miss that. I miss that opportunity to have that.
Yeah.
That Hail Mary pass or being part of it.
So you don't get to do any decisions like that at your work now?
Where I'm at now?
Yeah.
No, my job now is simple.
Yeah.
I'm just a phlebotomist. I just put the needle in, take the needle out. It's so easy.
And then you call the next patient in.
Yeah. Where I'm at now, it's a donor plate. It's a donor facility for plasma. So we just line them up, we stick them, and we take the needle out. Like, it's so.
Is it like those long ones you were talking about? The
needles are actually shorter. They're like inch and a half.
Oh, okay.
The thing is the diameter of the needle is increased from a small needle to a large needle. It's a large bore needle. It's a 17 gauge, and it's no joke.
Is it like?
It's fat, Oscar. It's fat. It's the largest needle I've worked with. It's the largest needle I've seen inserted into somebody who's not in critical condition. And these people are like cool with it.
You don't give them like anything to like.
You don't numb it. You
just go straight to it.
You go straight in. It's balls out, and it's crazy that these people do this, and they do it. They're getting paid, but they're saving lives. There's medication made from the plasma. Yeah. And it's harsh, And the people I work with now, there's some real good ones, and there's some real slow ones, and some in between that need work. But it pays the bills, it takes care of business, and it's a fun job. It's real easy.
Have you ever had like just that one patient that you just were not having, like you weren't patient with, and you just started fucking with them the whole time?
No, oh man, no one's ever asked that shit for a long time.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
I appreciate that. I need to get better, but it's coming along,
I'm fucking impressed. Not to sound like an asshole, but I'm pretty impressed with your question.
Honestly, I was surprised that you've been watching all the videos. Like when that time that you told me that, I've been watching your videos. I'm like, have you really though? Have you really been watching it? And you have.
I have.
I honestly appreciate that so fucking much. Like,
you gotta support your peeps.
And I wish everybody could. I wish everybody could. But
everybody should. That's why I tell people about your podcast as well.
If people want to take interest to it, then let them do it. But if not, then it's all right.
Yeah, even there's one of them that that knocked me out, but it was just like it was too long. I think.
Yeah, I think the longest one we had was like an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just reminiscing about stupid shit too all the time. But
no, it's pretty wild.
So let's talk about lowbrow Tiki.
Lowbrow Tiki.
Lowbrow Tiki. I'm sorry about that.
No, lowbrow Tiki started out funny. It's kind of an accident.
An accident?
Yeah. We were vacationing at Kona, Hawaii, and Deb saw this picture on the wall, or a carving on the wall, and she liked it. And then we went to like this. We just happened to go across. They had this like fair or something, like a little, like a outdoor market.
Oh, okay. For
the locals, and we kind of stumbled in there, and they had tikis, the guys had made and whatnot. And I'm looking at it, and she wanted one, and I said, I can make one of those. I could do that. You see something like that, and as a guy, you're kind of like, I could do that. So I let it go. We got home. Just by chance, a few days later, up the street, there's a park, and they were cutting down a palm tree.
Oh, okay.
So I drove over there, and the guy had palms, and I said, hey, can you cut me a piece, 3 feet tall? Yeah, no problem. So he cut it, helped me put it in the truck. I went home and started, messing around with the chisels and made my first tiki.
And how did it come out? Pretty good?
I still have it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it came out kind of wild, and then I gave it to my father-in-law, not thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And then the original tiki she saw on the wall, I remember what it looked like, and because it's a very common, I can't even pronounce it right, so I'm not even gonna say it like a moai or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a common one, so I made it out of concrete in front of the house.
Oh shit!
Which was a big ass mistake.
Why is that?
Because I made it out of wood and concrete, and then after I made it, I was like, bitchin', it's done. And then I was thinking, now what the fuck now?
I know.
Like,
right?
how am I gonna move this big old thing made of like 5 packs of concrete?
Shit.
You know.
You have to carve it out.
Dude, I had to like drag it on a drag cloth, and I drug it to the back of the house where it's been ever since.
Fuck. And you freelanced it, the whole thing, right?
Yeah, a lot of it freelance, just like kind of doing it, like just
going
at it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then over the years I've been doing it, I developed my own style, and it's just been working for me, man.
That's awesome, honestly. I feel like that's so hard. Like, did you just started freelancing everything? Like, you never YouTubed anything or like?
No, there's a couple of people who are really big in the tiki business. People I looked up to just by looking at their art. This guy Tiki Tony. Yeah, he's like the man, you know. And when it comes to this stuff, from what I've seen, and he does a lot of Disney type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I honestly I was such a big fan that I actually copied one of his tikis, and I didn't mean to offend him, but I ended up really pissing the guy off, and I didn't mean to do that. It was one of those things like I just wanted to do something kind of like, and I gave him credit for it.
Yeah.
It was like some misunderstanding. And there's another guy, Big Toe, who does artwork, and I kind of looked at his stuff. And there's some guys that do some amazing stuff, man.
It's so crazy because like they get so descriptive, like they put so much detail into it, and I don't know how they do it. Like, I'm just chipping. You're just chipping wood the whole time. Like,
honestly, I would again, here goes with the weed, but I'd take a couple of rips, I'd put an Expendables album on, and just friggin' start just going at it, man.
How many hours would it take for you to finish like one?
I could knock a regular, like a 3 feet tiki, like a 3 foot tiki, the big ones I have in the back. Take me a couple of days. I mean, if you put in hours, maybe 16 hours from beginning to end, from concept to putting the final finish on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, that's like that's like actual work hours where you're just, but it's not even work, man.
Yeah, because you're enjoying it. Yeah, taking bong rips.
Expendables,
like
it was just doing my thing, and you get lost in the music, you get lost with it, and you just start doing it. And unfortunately, man, knock on wood, is I haven't had one where I looked at it and like, oh, there goes that, there goes that, because anything little thing that goes wrong, the wood splits or something, you have to work it into the concept.
Oh, okay.
So that makes it fun. That makes it a little bit more exciting.
Does that usually happen, or? It's
very rare.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times when you hit the hammer or the chisel, you already got it pre-planned what's going to happen. I mean, shit happens, but I mean, at the same time, you learn to control it.
Oh, okay. Have you ever like done anything for people? Like done any tikis for people? Oh, you have?
Like people ordering certain things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had some really with tikis, people ask, it's kind of funny, man. I was just carving little, I started making smaller tikis because the wood's easier to get. And then someone asked me, my neighbor asked me, she's a big angel fan. Yeah.
Here we go.
And she asked me, can you make an angel tiki? So I made an angel tiki. I put a tiki and I carved a little angel A into the forehead. I posted it up on my Instagram. And someone else saw it. Oh, can you do a Dodger one? Sure. Can you do a Raider one? Can you do this one? A 49ers one? So people started asking for a bunch of different sports teams, college teams, basketball teams, football, baseball. So that was my thing for a while, just doing these things. And then I don't know who asked for a sign. Someone asked for a sign. A tiki sign said Ohana.
Oh, okay.
And that just took off. Like, people weren't about tikis anymore. Like, I don't make many tikis now. I'm making signs.
The signs?
Every time I get a chance. I have one I'm working on right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of wild that the sign thing, maybe because it's more personal.
Yeah, I can kind of see. I mean, because people always put in their front yards or their backyards, just like.
Yeah. But I've had work go as far as Texas that way.
Oh shit.
And as far, God, I don't know where Larry lives, but it's up towards the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Central California going north.
Oh, like Fresno kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Palm Springs going south. So I have my stuff's been getting spread out, and I've been shipping a little bit here and there, and it's kind of wild how it's working out.
That's cool, honestly.
There's this guy I follow on Instagram that talks about he's a success builder, and he talks about if you can get paid for your hobby, then you're doing good.
Yeah.
And that's my hobby, and I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Honestly, like
it's wild.
Yeah, and how you just came you came upon it out of nowhere.
From my wife saying I want that, and I was like, man, how are we gonna fit that into our suitcase? Make you want it home.
How was that? How was Hawaii? I've never been there.
I've been there a handful of times. It's beautiful, man. It's like something you've never ever
Imagine.
Oscar, the friggin' air is clearer. Colors are brighter. If you take a flower here, like a plumeria in the back, if you look at the flower here, it's white and yellow, right? You see it, it's beautiful, whatever. You go to Hawaii, that white is brilliant. The yellow it's just the color that just... Dude, even the shower water tastes good. The shower water over there, the shower water over there is better than the bottled water you get here.
Oh shit!
I don't know if it's because they desalinize it or whatnot, or it's from a spring, but everything is good there, man.
Everything's so expensive out there too.
You know, people say it's expensive, but there's deals to be had. There's a McDonald's there. There's an L&L. If you want to do the Hawaiian thing, there's an L&L. I mean, I've done it.
You have an L&L in Hawaii?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. We've done... Every time we go to a different island or whenever we go back to another one, we're going to find someone that kind of brings you back to home. You don't have to be eating filet mignon and lobster every night. I mean, we've done it, but...
You don't need it.
You don't need it. You can get by on a budget really easy. They have condos you can get. Even the hotels aren't that bad. And honestly, people spend all this money on these lavish hotels there, but you're spending not much time in that hotel at all. Yeah,
everything. I mean, obviously, if you're on vacation, you want to go experience.
Yeah, and it's the only vacation I've ever been on when we go to the islands where I come back refreshed.
Yeah,
because we've done the Epcot a couple of years. I've been all over different places, and for some reason, leaving Hawaii and coming back home, you're relaxed, man. Like you're ready. It's just weird when you're coming in from the beautiful air there to the shitty air that we breathe here. You realize how dirty it is here. Like it's just, you can get in the water over there and then get out of the water, get dressed for dinner, and you're not sticky. The water's warm. And it's really clear too, right? Dude, it's fish like in the beaches. Like there's waves and there's still fish at your feet. You gotta go. I'll be scared, honestly. Like, little fishes are right there on my feet. They're everywhere. Yeah. And in fact, snorkeling there one time led me to scuba diving. Oh, so, how was that? Scuba diving's awesome. Yeah. You ever been cliff diving, like into the water? I ain't jumping out of nothing. No? I'm afraid of heights. What? Uh-huh. Come on. Yeah, I know. You did 20 plus years in EMT looking at all this crazy shit and scared of heights? Yo, man. If you're that's why it's like people ask, well, why did you become a firefighter? Because I ain't going up that ladder, man. It ain't gonna happen. I'd be at the bottom floor. Just jump. Jump. We'll get you. Just jump on down. Because I'm not going up a ladder. No way. No. Mm-mm. That's why you never wanted to pursue going towards that, like being a firefighter? Nah, not at all. I'll let my kids do that stuff. I ain't doing that stuff. But me? No. I'll stay on the ground. But it's funny because, again, Hawaii is so clear. Mm-hmm. I dove on the back end of a volcano there, and I'm standing on top of a volcano at like 100 feet down, and the water was so clear, Oscar, I could see like the volcano continue down, and I had a moment that I was up high, even though I'm down low. Yeah. So it's like a really weird, like an acrophobia moment. See, that's hard. And then I've never seen anything like that before. I think the closest, I wouldn't even say beautiful, but like it had to be New York. I don't know if you've ever been to New York before. Never been to New York. That's gonna be next. Yeah, New York is fucking awesome. Yeah. But that's like the closest thing I've seen to like beauty, I guess. But if you want to talk with not agriculture, but like with the buildings, architecture, architecture, and history. Mm-hmm. I'd love to. I was talking to a guy the other day. Like I don't think I'll ever stand in Times Square, but I want to. You don't think you'll ever stand in Times Square? I don't ever see it happening. But you know what? We went to Arizona one time, and I ended up being I know you're gonna knock this at Tempe Diablo Stadium. Oh God! I never thought I'd make it there, but I was there. So maybe one day I'll show up, at Times Square. You have to. I mean, it's part of the experience, Because honestly, I never wanted to go either because I was like, it's gonna be packed as fuck. All these people, like just congested, right? Yeah, that's all it is. And they're all rude motherfuckers, anyways, right? Everybody on the subways. It was a crazy thing. When you ride the subways, everybody is just staring at everybody. Really?
Mad dogging
Really?
for no reason. That's just what they do. Everybody's just staring at everybody. Like, I guess just keep it on their own guard, you know. And it was so weird. Me and my brother were just like, why the fuck is everybody just staring at us like that? Like, and I was wearing my LA hat too, so
helping none.
yeah. Well, I guess they don't really give a shit about that, but I get that's just what they do. They just stare at people, like just I don't know.
Well, Billy Joel used to have a song called "The New York State of Mind," or he has a song called it. And I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
New York State of Mind.
You figure Yankee fans would be mad dogging Dodger fans because I can't. If I meet somebody and they have a Yankee fan, immediately you're a dick. Immediately, if I start walking around, oh, this guy's a dick.
Like,
got a Yankee or a Boston Red hat.
Oh god.
Red Sox.
Yeah,
hat.
no, I can't deal with those people honestly.
It's like a whole new level of just.
It is honestly, and it's funny because like we went to a Yankee game out there too, and like everyone just like they're with their New York accent, like, oh, we're about to beat these fucking guys, like just the biggest pricks, you know, like. Thinking that they're the shit and whatnot, but
kind of like Dodger fans when you guys go to Angel Stadium.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I tell you, I joke about our last trip to the Angel Stadium was when the Dodger game was there. The Dodgers were playing, and we rolled in with my son's girlfriend's family, and it was like 65 deep of firefighters, and it was like a whole level of respect, man. Like the cops would come by and look at us drinking beers. We were pouring them in front of them, and they kind of give you a little tilt, you know, little hat tilt, hello sir, and then they would bust the kid next to you for drinking beer out of a red cup. Yeah, so
no way.
Yeah, and Dodger fans, man, you guys go nuts.
I know.
I was scared, man. I ain't gonna lie, but since it was 60 of us, I felt.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah, like I'm, you know, when they say like I was in a good spot.
Yeah, and you met that famous Dodger fan, right? What's his name?
Mariachi. Dodger Mariachi 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to meet that guy.
Yeah.
And I finally got to meet him, and he was cool as hell. In fact, he was cool, but the people that were with him were like, oh, you're taking pictures with the enemy. I was like, the enemy. Typical Mexicans, man. The enemy. Not the bad guy, not the other guy. The enemy.
The enemy.
I don't know what's wrong with us. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. That game was a lot of fun.
I didn't even know that you could tailgate at Angel Stadium.
I didn't either.
Right? Like, I was like going to the pictures. I was like, "Wait, are they in the parking lot? Are they partying in the parking lot?" Like,
yeah.
I wish they could do that at Dodger Stadium, but I mean that'd just be
because it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, like when I go to the Angel game, it's the same thing. I stop at the liquor store, 10-4 liquor here, grab me a tall can. As soon as I get in the gate, I start pop my beer. I start drinking it. I park, walk to the front of the stadium, drinking my beer, and the cops don't care if you're walking and drinking a beer there. They care less. They got other things to do. Shoot my can into the basket, go through check, get patted down or whatnot, and then I get 2 more beers for the game.
Nice.
So I got it like down to a science.
See, that's what we have it too. We always pregame because honestly the beers are way too. I don't know how expensive they are at Angel Stadium.
$12.50, I think.
Dodger Stadium is like $17.
They screw you guys.
For one
they
of
screw
these.
You guys on parking. Man.
I know.
You pay like $10.
Yeah. No, at Angel Stadium you pay $10. God damn. Yeah, Dodger Stadium is just out of fucking hand.
What do they want for Dodger Stadium? Like 20?
20. I think it actually went up to like 25, something like that.
Yeah, $20 to Dodger Angel Stadium gets you preferred parking.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, not that the parking lot is there. Getting in and out of that stadium is way easier.
Oh, really?
Your stadium's hard.
Yeah. Well, what we usually do, we take we park at Union Station.
Your stadium.
Our stadium. It is my stadium.
It's hard to get out of that stadium.
Yeah. Nah, but we usually park at Union Station, and we pay $8 for parking. And you get a free bus ride to the stadium and back. Really? For free. And you only pay $8.
Yeah, but that's time, man.
It is, but I mean, you get the whole experience. You get to walk the Union Station. I don't know if it's an experience.
I don't know if it's an standing in line. The experience of. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not having it. I'll pay my money. I like Dodger Stadium. Yeah. I haven't had a bad experience there yet. I've seen people go down next to me though. But yeah, I go in there, keep my mouth shut, drink my beer, smile, and enjoy the game.
Yeah, just don't be that guy talking shit all the time, like especially when it's not. If you're not wearing a Dodger jersey, if you're wearing another team, like.
See, I've only worn my Angel shit there once.
Oh, okay. But I mean, did they give you shit about it?
No, because man, I know I'm gonna piss people off. I had infield seats.
Oh shit.
And there's no like trouble in infield. If you go to the outside there, that pavilion area, those guys are fucking crazy. Yeah. Those guys are nuts, and I won't wear it out there.
Oh no.
No, that's when I wear it.
Yeah, they'll be talking shit to you the whole time.
Yeah, no.
That's funny.
I don't go anywhere near that. And it's like all you could eat and all you could drink, which is just not a. Is it all you could drink or just all you could eat?
So the right pavilion is all you can eat, all you can drink, but the left pavilion is like the crazy spot in the whole stadium because I guess that's like where like they have the cheapest tickets.
Left field?
Yeah, left
That's
pavilion.
where I end up.
Yeah, left pavilion. That's the craziest spot you can go to.
That's where I end up. Girl I used to work with in ortho, Susanna. She's the one that talked us into going to one of those games, man.
Just like why?
It was crazy. And then the girls there, like, I mean, I'm a married man, you know, but I mean, these girls are like, they got all their shit out there. You don't have that at Angel Stadium. You know what I mean? Like all these girls, they don't. I don't care if they're heavy or small. Like they got everything out. They're nuts.
They got everything out.
I'm just
love handles and everything.
Yeah, it's like, and then you know, it's uncomfortable, man. I ain't getting in trouble because my wife's right next to me, and she'll put me on check in a minute. You know what I mean? It doesn't take long for her to yank on that chain. I'm not that sissy guy, but man, when it comes to her.
Oh, you gotta watch it. I know.
You gotta watch it. Yeah, that's why I've been married so damn long.
How long have you been married for?
I don't even know, man.
It's been that many
20,
years?
I think it's 27, 28 years.
Oh, shit.
Been together since, oh, man, I was 20, I'm 50. Yeah, 30, we've been together 32 years.
Shit. 32
yeah,
years.
32 years.
That is commitment right there.
It's not easy, man.
It
wasn't easy.
Yeah. It's definitely not easy.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, bumps and...
See, again, people look at my chapter 25 and they're comparing their chapter 2. I mean, we've gone through the marriage counseling thing. We've been up and down that road twice, you know?
Yeah.
I drank a lot of it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
When I was saying I was a warehouse supervisor by Angel Stadium. I mean, I'd come home and drink half a fifth of Jack Daniels, just pass out in the garage.
Oh, shit.
And, like, vomit. Like, that was my thing, man. Like, I had issues,
and then go to work the very next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I would just stay over there at the alongside of our warehouse. We had, I can't remember if it was a Residence Inn or a Marriott or whatever, but we had a room there so like supervisors could just crash out. So I just crash out and stay away from home and just stay over there and get drunk.
And it was complimentary. They pay for it.
Oh yeah, I was paid for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just drink and then knock out.
Damn.
So I'm not that I went through Alcoholics Anonymous or anything.
Yeah.
She was my Alcoholics Anonymous. Like, you better freaking stop drinking or I'm failing. And she told me like one day there was times when she was like ready to leave.
Yeah.
So I mean, as a man, you gotta
the fuck
figure out
up.
what's the fuck up and take care of business and family over anything else.
Sheesh. You ever like become friends with some of the patients that come to the hospital?
Friends? They used to come in the hospital?
Or like when people would come in like from an emergency or something, and they would have to stay there for like a week or so just to be
watched.
No,
I just saw them in the ER, man. We just
that's it?
stabilize them and get them out.
Oh, okay.
I did have a weird discussion one time with a woman. She, I don't know, friends. Most of I've ever talked to one. Mm-hmm. She died, and we did compressions on her, and we brought her back.
See, I always heard that, like, I don't know if this is true or not because this is what Mark told me, but like in the movies, like when that heart rate or the line, when it goes straight and it shows that they're dead, that there's no bringing them back. That it's impossible to bring them back. Once that line goes flat, they're dead.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's a thing called PEA.
PEA.
Which is pulseless electrical activity. Mm-hmm. So the heart is still kind of doing like a wave.
Oh, okay.
But this woman, I believe that's what she was in. And we did compressions. They shocked her. She ends up coming back. I've seen a couple of people come back.
Okay.
You do it long enough, you're gonna save a couple, right?
Yeah.
I went over to her. People were kind of afraid to talk to her, so I kind of went over to her and I said, "You know what? I have a question for you, and it's a very meaningful question. And whatever you say it can change my life and my outlook." Like, I was being serious with this woman. Yeah, she probably wasn't having it, but she was actually pretty receptive to me talking to her like this. And I asked her, like, when you were gone, what did you see? Like, did you see sky? Did you see clouds? Did you see God? Did you see, like, flames?
Yeah.
Like, what? And she said she just fell into a sleep. She said it was like being asleep.
That's interesting. What do you believe? What's your take on that?
Man, my whole thing is, I think when you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen dead people and all that. I heard to feel that when you're dead. I was a religious man. Believe it or not. You probably wouldn't even believe it.
I honestly couldn't see it.
Never heard. I used to go to church like twice a week. I was born again Christian. I did my altar call. Like, I used to walk around with my Bible. I had all the shirts. I was like,
oh damn.
I was all about pressing God on the people.
Yeah. And
then after seeing the amount of shit that I've seen and seeing what people do to each other, I pretty much had it. Like, I don't believe it. But that's just me. mean, I want to believe that, like, if I die and you die, like, we're gonna meet up in heaven and
Yeah.
we're gonna, you know, eat pozole and all that shit. But I don't. I just think when you're gone, man. So
Yeah.
you better, like, whatever your passion is in life right now,
Go after it.
I'm telling you, Oscar, just fucking run with it, man.
Yeah.
Just run with it.
And I get a lot of shit from people because they're like, you're spending too much time on this thing that, like, it's probably never gonna work.
You don't spend enough time, brother.
That's what I keep saying to myself too. Like, I feel like I don't put enough time into this. Like, and I really enjoy this shit. I love talking to people, like, especially having, like, learning stuff about, like, your whole career, the whole EMT thing, or like whatever it is you do. You know, I love learning about shit. I love learning about it.
There's so much out there. Like, it gets really crazy. There's a post I put on recently. I was talking to a coworker, and I was telling her, and I reiterated that, like, you're not alive to please these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So you're alive to please yourself. So, like, man, just whatever your passion is, like, if this is your passion, you gotta run with it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who cares, man? As long as you ain't hurting nobody, you ain't killing nobody, breaking no laws, whatever your passion is, dude, just run with it, and it's all gonna come. It's all gonna work out. Because who the hell, like, you want to be on your deathbed saying, you know, well, I should have started a podcast, or I should have done this, or I should have done that, started my own business, like myself, or whatever. I don't want to be that man. I want to be that man that said, you know, I'm
actually
for
get
it, man.
Back. Yeah.
Travel, have fun, check this shit out.
Yeah. So what other places you've been to other than Hawaii?
Florida. We took the kids to Epcot, Disney World.
Oh yeah,
twice.
Orlando, right?
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah.
I think, Orlando. Twice. In fact, one of the times I dove inside. They have a big aquarium you can go that you can check out. But I found out if you're an advanced diver, you could dive in their aquarium.
And you're an advanced diver?
Yeah, I'm an advanced open water diver. So I dove in their water, and come to find out, they didn't tell us that afterwards. They told us, like, how to deal with the sharks, because there's sharks in the tank. Oh shit! Is to deal with them is not go above them or below them. So I stayed astride of one. So there was this big ass shark. They're probably not like man eaters or nothing. I'm sure it was like some nurse shark or whatever. But I was astride of them. I was like behind a rock, just checking them out. You know, they said more. The thing that was most dangerous was the damn dolphin.
The dolphins?
They had a dolphin there, and they kept it behind bubble curtains, like a curtain of bubbles. Because the dolphins would just run your ass into the ground.
Oh shit!
Yeah, people trip out. Like, they think sharks it, but
it's the dolphins.
Dude, seals will jack you up.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, I heard seals are very fucking dangerous.
I've been in the water, and like seals come around. They're like little Dobermans.
Yeah.
They'll grab your fins. They'll grab your mask. They'll grab they'll grab your stuff. So you got to watch out. It's not about sharks.
Yeah.
It's way more. It gets worse than that.
I'm scared about the whole sea life. Like, I mean, I probably couldn't do the whole diving thing either. Like, or scuba diving. Fuck no.
It's beautiful down there, man.
I see. That's what I want to experience, but I'm scared that, like, maybe my oxygen tank is gonna pop or something, and I'm just gonna start losing all my breath.
Dude, I ran out of air.
Really?
Yeah, at 100 feet.
And
ran out of air.
Yeah, and they say you can't be swimming up like straight up.
No, you gotta take your time. You do a safety stop and the whole bit. I ran out of air, and the guy diving with me, who I met at that diving trip, you get a diving buddy. We shared tanks. We shared his tank all the way out. Like, he got me out to safety. And you know what's so shitty is I don't remember the dude's name, and he probably another one of those times to save my life.
Fuck.
We buddy breathed all the way out.
So how does that work? You would just take it from his, like, mask?
No, because actually each one of them, it's an octopus. It's called an octopus. It has your valve, and it has another one, extra one, so you can just sip off of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're taught how to do this, but we shared all the way up. Because what happened is it's a thing called nitrogen narcosis, where we were at, dude, I've been in this. You know how kelp is?
Yeah.
Well, I was on this big piece of kelp. I was laying on it. I think it was like 10 feet long. Just the leaf.
Yeah.
Because it's deep. And I was tripping out. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of air. Like, I'm out of air. Like, this is like this sign, like, I'm fucked. And he helped me out. And come to find out there's a lot of nitrogen in my blood. So you don't, like, you're going to die. You're going to run out of air and whatnot. But you don't care.
Yeah.
It's like drinking too much or smoking too much. You're just like, if it happens, it happens. And he brought me back and got me back up to safety. Damn. That's a whole nother story to talk about when you come over.
So what happens, like, when nitrogen does get to your brain?
I really don't know the whole chemical, whatever happens behind it. But I just remembered I didn't care. I didn't even think about it. I was just interested in this big ass leaf that I was laying on. Like, this is like, to me, this is it right now. Like, we were deep enough with the sunlight, you couldn't see the surface.
Oh shit.
and just sunlight was coming down. But I remember it was like being in a blue room, and I felt like I was pretty jacked up. But at the time, I was like, he dies, he dies. That was my attitude. But yeah, it was pretty wild.
Scary.
You should dive one time, man.
I want, but don't you need a certificate for it?
Yeah, you did take school. That school was harder than EMT school.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Well, I guess just because everything you have to know, about being underwater.
Yeah, you have to learn. There's a little bit more stuff you got. I don't know more stuff. Just different stuff you're not used to talking about. Like, pressures and the whole.
How long did it take you to finish?
It wasn't very long at all. It's about another month.
That's not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, probably 2 classes a week. And,
that's not bad at all.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm probably look into it, honestly.
I have a bunch of stuff if you want it, man. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, your whole scuba gear.
I got my knife too. I remember my knife. It's funny because you watch these pirate movies and the guys carry their knives on the outside of their legs.
Yeah.
But then if you dive in kelp, you have to keep your knife on the inside of your legs. So you can tell those people who are like, full of shit, and those who actually dove in it because they have their knife on the inside. Yeah, the experienced guys have their knife on the inside of their leg.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. So God, see, I want to get into that more often. Yeah, I need to start getting out more.
I'm telling you, man, when you're dead, you're dead. So you better just experience anything you want to do.
I know. I really, really, really want to go to what is it? What's the country called? Thailand. I really want to go to Thailand.
I heard Thailand would be cool.
I heard it's sketch. Like it can be sketchy at the time. Like, but it heard like the what do you call it? Like along the coast and everything is just beautiful. Like the big rocks inside the water and everything.
Like all kinds of weird stuff down there. I heard you could like buy person.
Buy person?
Can you buy a person in?
You can
Thailand?
buy a person in Thailand.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you could buy like.
I'm pretty sure you could.
There's a lot of perverts down there too. I don't know if I want to go down there. People buy like. You know what I mean? Like,
we got a lot of perverts here too, though. We got a lot of perverts everywhere, so.
And all I like to eat is pad thai, so I'd starve to death over there, man.
Pad thai.
I think my next trip's either going to be Boston, New York, like one deal.
Yeah.
Or go back to Hawaii.
Go back to Hawaii?
Yeah. What's your next one?
I don't know. I really want to go. I think Chicago. I really want to go to Chicago.
Why Chicago?
It's a beautiful city, man.
Yeah,
it is. I really want to go see a Dodgers and Cubs game out there too. Yeah, but honestly, I want to go do it more for like the photography.
Oh,
yeah, I'm all about it. I want to go like on the rooftops and start taking pictures and doing all that dumb shit. Yeah, I don't know. Chicago always just caught my eye. Like, I don't know. It looks like a cool city. I mean, it's fucking dangerous out there.
Yeah.
South side of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
I probably won't enter, but. Yeah, Chicago is probably the next one.
See, my company I'm working with now, they sent us out all over the place, and they sent me to Dallas once and North Carolina twice.
Okay.
And Chicago, I know we send people to Chicago, and I've had people go there, and I'm like, man, keep your head down. My buddy Carlos went. I'm like, dude, stay down.
Stay down.
Oh, be careful. But yeah, I'd like to go. I guess I'd check it out. There's that big chrome bean to check out. And then after that, I'm done. Like I'll get back to my plane. Maybe have a piece of pizza.
Yeah, Chicago style pizza.
Yeah, and then bail because they're not known for anything like drinks or anything, right?
Not
gangsters.
Really.
It's all gangsters.
Yeah, all the mafia they used to have there, and yeah, that's all it is. It's a fucked up city, but it's also beautiful at the same time. But yeah, definitely New York. You gotta check it out. New York is a spot to go to.
That's what we've been talking. We've been kicking that idea.
Yeah, and it's actually, believe it or not, New York is actually way cleaner than LA.
I've heard it's shithole.
Well, I mean, it has.
But LA is pretty bad too. I've been down there by the art district and all that.
Yeah, well, like here in LA, like you see trash everywhere. You see homeless people. You see very, very rare homeless people on the streets.
Really?
They're actually really big on homeless people. On the subways, they have like we have like these like apartments for all the homeless people, and it's crazy.
Wait, how could you have an apartment and be homeless?
Well, no,
they're giving them to them.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess it's like a thing where like you only stay there for like 24 hours or so, like, and it's like the first come first serve. So I mean, if you don't get there in time to get a room, then you're on the streets, or you go somewhere else. Or
this has nothing to do with anything. But today, because there was a guy in North Carolina I gave money to one time. I don't like giving money to homeless people. I don't, unless they seem legitly dirty or something's up.
But for what reason? Just because they
need help. Yeah. Like every man needs help every now and then. I get it.
Yeah.
Some people just seem like BS. A guy today was begging for money, but he had on surgical gloves. What the hell is that? Like, my money has to be clean in order for you to have it. Like, isn't that kind of weird?
I get.
You have the extra money to come up with the surgical gloves because they're $5 a box.
Oh shit!
I mean, at Harbor Freight, they're cheap.
Yeah.
$5 a box. So you're telling me that? So you have an overhead for collecting money? That guy just seems. It's kind of shady, man.
I see, and there's people like that too who are just lazy ass people. Who just don't want to get a job and think that they can just get money off the streets like that. Like, all right, I'll look more homeless, or I'll wear a raggedy, fucked up shirt,
with a brand new rubber glove on your
hand.
hand.
Like, come on. I remember one time too, we saw this guy on the freeway who was doing the same thing, asking for money with a cell phone, a brand new. I think it was like the S7 or S8, something like that. Brand new. I was like, I don't even. My phone's a piece of shit compared to what he got.
What he had?
Yeah, I was like,
he was all state of the art.
I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not gonna give you any money. You don't fucking deserve it.
We had a guy one time. We were going to Halloween Horror Nights, and some dude was on the side of the road, and he danced for us for money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was funny as hell, so he got extra money. But, yeah, I mean, if they're gonna work, I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like the whole rubber glove thing. Like, if you need money, dude, I don't give a shit if it's dirty or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever want to be there, and I feel bad for those people who are in that position.
Yeah.
But seriously, you need a rubber glove. It just seems kind of odd.
It does, especially at $5 a box, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's 50 in the box. That's 25. I don't know. It just seems like you're adding overhead to your already bad position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Get a bar of soap. It's 98 cents.
That's true. That's very true. But I mean, they got no place to wash though. They got no place to shower themselves, or I mean, unless you go to the beach and you got the little showers for
go to the hospital, man. People down there take showers in the hospital.
You can do that?
There's people that used to go in there and just like bum bath. Yeah, they just like get the whole body in the sink. What? Don't do that, by the way. Don't do that because that just makes a mess. But
yeah, it's dirty. I never. Now that you brought that up, god damn.
Oh god.
See, this is the whole thing I was talking about. Union Station, the experience you get.
Is that part of the experience?
The experience, yeah. So I remember walking to the restroom. I think it was right after the Dodger game, and there's this fucking dude who's like pretty much butt naked, just washing himself right there in the sink. And I was like, fuck. Like, and I had to take a piss. And I was like, I'm not going to leave, you know. And then I see there's a stall. From my vision, I can't see who's inside or who's not. But there's a door that's not there. And I was like, I'm just going to take a piss, you know. And I walked to, like, right in the front of the door. And it's just a dude taking his shit with everything just hanging out. Just right there, like the door was closed. Like, he was at his house. Oh, God, it was so fucking dirty. Like. And then there was another homeless dude who was trying to fight me in the restroom. I was just like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Like, 3 things I just saw in one restroom within like 5 minutes. And I was like, God, this is LA. I guess this is the LA experience that you get, you know?
When the kids are little, and the boys are little, I took them down Skid Row.
Uh-huh.
And I told them, this is where you end up if you make bad decisions in life.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you're going to end up. And, oh, man, if I couldn't have planned this shit better. At the time, some old man... This old black dude like opens the door of one of those porta potties. Hey, they got toilet paper. He's yelling at us, right? And I was like, that was so damn perfect. And they remember that to this day. Like you make good decisions, it's gonna be good. You make bad decisions, you're asking up at Skid Row, begging for toilet paper. Like it can get that bad.
Fuck, that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, and it's funny that they remember that. So I used to do some weird shit with these guys to try to make them like that. It was work to get them to be straight.
But it worked, right?
Yeah.
And it worked.
Your dad did a great job too, man. You're a smart kid. You don't seem like
I don't seem out of whack or anything like that.
You're not spaced out. I've actually had people. I've thrown people out at this house. Like,
oh, really?
Because I know my house is like very comfortable. People tend to come here, and it's like a positive vibe.
Yeah.
But some people will bring negativity, man.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need.
Yeah.
That's
like
the last
one kid
thing
I was talking to, and he was telling me like, I did this and this. I'm like, dude, so basically you're a thief. And he got mad at me.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I take things from people who owe me money. I'm like, nah, dude, you're a thief. Like, you can't do that. So he got pissed at me calling him a thief. I was like, you could exit. Another dude tried to hit on my wife.
What the
Not
fuck?
only did I go for my rifle, but I told him, you better run fast because I could hit you at 500 yards.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if I could actually pop him at 500 yards, but I'm pretty sure I could like take a leg out at 500 yards.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because it's scoped in at 1,000. So I was like, I could drop you. You better move.
How long have you had the rifle for?
I've been shooting guns since I was a kid. I was a Boy Scout.
Oh, okay.
So I've been shooting guns since I was like, I don't know, 10.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently, was it in, I believe it was like in May. I shot my first gun. I think it was an AK-47. And then the ones that the cops use,
9mm?
Yeah, there you go, 9mm. It felt good, honestly. I was just like, yo, this is kind of interesting. This is crazy. Like, I would never see myself shooting a gun ever, and actually doing it was just like
It's so relaxing.
it is. Honestly, it is.
People don't get it.
They don't.
It's like they're right to shoot, but they don't know what like it's. I don't want to say it's orgasmic, but
Orgasmic. I mean,
it's a stress relief.
It
man.
is. It
it's
is.
like
Honestly.
you wouldn't believe. There's something about watching a target pop. It just
Yeah.
destruction. I guess it's that whole guy thing.
Yeah. Like another thing too. Like people love like when you break something, it feels good. It feels
does.
good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
just-
was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Growing up, like, oh my god, man, I'm really good at patching holes in walls.
Yeah.
Because I guess before I got sick, I must have been a real big asshole, and I'd pop holes in walls constantly. So I'm really good at fixing holes in walls.
Oh, okay.
If you ever need that, I got you. I can show you how to do it. I'm not gonna do it, but I'll show you how to do it so
Alright.
you can do it. It's that whole teach a man, give a man a fish type of thing.
Yeah. See. Yeah. See, that's a cool thing to learn too. Like
Yeah, work with tools, man. A lot of people don't know how to work with tools.
they don't, especially in this generation.
It's just lazy people. And
Yeah.
it's not even lazy people. They say I was reading this. I read a lot. I read every day. I read multiple newspapers to
Okay.
get multiple ideas. Because if you go one side, you get the wrong information.
Yeah.
You know, everything's skewed. So every day I read different papers on my phone, of course. But they're saying, shit, where's I going with this one? But I can't remember.
Lost it.
Yeah. Didn't that ever happen to you? Is that an age thing?
Like when you get lost in what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
All the time. I think it's just the weed, honestly.
Is it the weed
Yeah,
kicking in?
it has to be. What was it we're talking about again?
About the newspaper.
Oh yeah, newspaper.
Oh, we're gonna go there. All right.
Oh yeah. Talk about the newspapers.
So basically, I was reading that there's a whole generation of men who are raised by women, and that's not by anyone's default. That's just the way life has been lately. Like where guys are just making babies and not caring anymore.
Yeah.
So because of that, you have men now, boys who became men who don't have just basic knowledge. And I don't want to say man knowledge because that's when it starts getting all iffy, but how to fix things, how to repair things, how to make things, how to create things.
But I feel like we live in a generation too where like you can Google all that stuff now. Like, not that you need a man in your life to teach you, which you do, you know, because everybody needs a role model like that. But I mean, we live in a generation where like you could search something and learn how to do it by yourself, you know.
This is true.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because people don't even do things. Well, that's even taking extra step. People who don't even do things by themselves anymore. When I first moved into this place, like, I don't know, 25 years ago, the guys every Saturday would be out mowing their yards. And we drink beer on the corner, like on the fences out in front of the house and whatnot. We talk. But now everyone's got a gardener.
We have a gardener.
You have a gardener too? I still mow my own yard.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking for a gardener one day, but it's going to happen soon. But I'm just saying, like, guys have forgotten how to do that. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever mowed my own grass before.
You ever mowed your own
I swear to God, I don't think I've ever done it.
I don't trust anybody.
To do your lawn?
They're going to dick it up. Like, I got to do it my certain way.
I guess. I mean, why is there like a certain way you do it? Like
I'm crazy, man.
You do like go back and forth.
The front yard used to be diagonal, like an outfield.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like an infield in the back where it was straight line.
That's funny.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I get a little OCD sometimes.
No.
But who doesn't?
I know. Right?
Everybody does.
I know. That is funny. Damn. Oh yeah. But honestly, I don't think I've done way worse. Working with my dad in a moving company it's taught me a lot. I think that's why like every job I've gotten so far like hasn't been shit. Like it's been easy work just because of like what I used to do with my dad. We used to do crazy stuff, you know. Like I don't know if you've ever worked in a moving. I doubt it, but
what's that?
Moving company, pretty much, or done anything like that.
Just UPS was the hardest job I ever had.
And that's hard work. UPS works the shit out of their employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember with my dad, like, I remember this one time we were at I think some school in Long Beach, and the elevators didn't work. And I remember we were transferring like desks and chairs. I think it was like 30 chairs at one time. So what he would do is he would wrap like this. He would like wrap all the chairs together, like 30 chairs. And there's just like all these stairs. I think it was like 30 stairs. And we would have to manually, someone in the front, someone in the back, just be carrying it the whole time, all the way up.
That builds character, man.
It does, honestly, because like you don't take shit for granted. After you've been going through all that, and I've been working with my dad since I was like, I want to say like 13 years old. And that man puts in hard labor. This is not easy work. And like just going through that, I'm just like it teaches me, like everything I do is just like it's easy work now compared to what I used to do.
And it's funny because things like that, your dad taught you problem solving.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get all these damn chairs up these stairs. How am I going to do it? And
Like,
it's a problem solving.
Yeah, he would yell at me. So, like, I had no choice. I had to do it.
Dude, but there are idiots who will grab one chair and go
at
up
a time.
and down
Yeah.
freaking times.
Yeah, and I think, like, that's how we were trying to do it. And then my dad's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he would just get 30. He would stack 30 chairs. And I'm like, nah, this is fucking crazy. It's not going to work. And he'd make it work. Somehow, some way, he would make it work.
Problem solving,
Yeah.
man. That's so basic stuff that people just don't know these days. Like, they don't get it. They
Yeah,
just don't understand.
That's why I'm kind of scared. Like say if this earthquake does hit, which knock on wood it does not, but we're gonna be fucked. A lot of people are gonna just over exaggerate and not know what to do. People like, and then they're gonna go straight to their Instagram, like posting about all these videos of like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't have that common sense of what to do when a situation like that happens.
See, luckily, because of the emergency room thing and being on the decon team and all this and seeing, like, getting ready for a disaster, we're good for 3 months. But, like, water is my only problem with having enough water.
Water?
But really, can you ever have enough water? Because, like, water is going to be it.
Yeah.
And then it gets down, kind of shitty. But if you have bullets, you'll get water. You know what I mean? If it gets that, like the whole zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
If it gets that bad, if you have bullets, you're gonna get water. Cause you know what I mean? Like, you could look at your neighbor. What's your neighbor have? There's 2 of them. That's 2 bullets. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if it gets down that bad, you're gonna be covered. But there's some people who go overboard and think we have like they're saving seeds. They're saving seed. God dang. They're saving seeds to plant. Like crops.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's like a whole nother level I'm not even going to get into.
About planting seeds?
Yeah. Like the whole everything's fallen, the earthquake. It's more than just an earthquake. You know what I mean? But with the earthquake, I hope that most people are ready. But it appears, if I look at family, they're not ready.
No, God, no.
So it's going to be me. It's going to be us.
Yeah. Especially because it's so rare that it happens. Like, people don't take that into consideration. Like, what are you going to do once it does hit? Do you have the supplies? Do you have medical stuff in case you do get hurt? Do you have extra food? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I'm pretty sure 90% of people who live within the SoCal area.
How many people own a sleeping bag?
I think we do have a sleeping bag, but I mean, it's full of dust somewhere in the garage. Like,
that's where it starts: a sleeping bag, a tent, and a camping stove. That's just it. Like, that's where you should be starting. And that's where people should be starting, and they're not. Like, people are just waiting. Someone else is going to have it. You know what I mean? We're pretty good covered, but we just don't have enough water. I know, but again, I look at how much water there is and how much of an influx, because I'm going to take care of my family. Yeah. I'm going to try to take as many people as I can. You know, like my wife's family, and my family, my extended family. Like, I mean, when is it going to end? Yeah. When I run out of macaroni and cheese to hand out, it's gonna get bad, But people really need to they need to get set. They do. And then people are like, "Well, I'll move out of California." Well, then you got what? Tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, all kinds of shit. Yeah. Nature's everywhere, man. It's gonna bite you in the ass if you ain't ready. Yeah. So no matter where they're at, they gotta be ready for it. Yeah. These Californians, I don't know what's coming. I want to not know that it's coming.
Me too, honestly. But I'm honestly scared shitless that it's gonna hit and I'm not gonna be ready for it. Which I know you gotta be prepared for it. That's all you can really do. Is always be prepared.
It's kind of like one of those things where I talk to like younger people and they're like, "Oh, we're saving up money to have a baby." It's like, you're never gonna have enough. Have you ever known anybody that has like, you know what? I have enough money. We're ready to have a baby. That shit doesn't happen. It never happens. No. So you gotta be just roll with the punches, man. Yeah. Just, as they come and go, save what you can. Invest what you can, because people don't invest anymore. They don't. People do not invest no more. Everybody wants a sugar daddy or sugar mama, and nobody thinks about investing. But yeah, you gotta be ready, man. Yeah, because it's just gonna hit the fan. I think it's gonna hit it sooner than later. Oh yeah. I mean, we already had 2 in a row. Yeah, 2 earthquakes in a row. And the last time we had an earthquake was what? Couple years. It's been a couple years ago. Yeah. In fact, the last earthquake I remember, other than the 2 that just recently rolled in, I was at the emergency room. I was working at night, and the earthquake kicked, and I was just. I mean, it's scary. It's scary because it's scary because the last time earthquakes we've had, I haven't been at home.
Oh, you've been somewhere
Only
else?
one of them was like that slow roller that happened recently that I was
Yeah.
home. I just worry about these guys when I'm not away. Like
Yeah.
when I'm away.
Oh yeah.
Of course, everyone worries about their family,
Yeah.
right? So you just can't get here fast enough.
Exactly.
So I got a big truck, so I can get over other people to get what I need to get.
So I got a big truck. That's funny. All right, but I want to go back to when we're talking about New York. About New York being a clean. Yeah, so
It's cleaner than I think. You say it's
way
cleaner than I think.
way cleaner.
All right.
I mean, I did see my fair amount of rats in the subways and on the streets. That's probably the nastiest part about New York. But New York is beautiful, honestly.
Are they big rats or little rats?
No, these are big,
These are big
big
raccoon
rats.
rats.
Oh yeah, huge rats. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, "Nah, that's not a rat." And my mom was like, "Yeah."
So you stood in Times Square?
Stood right there.
See, that's where I want to be, man.
I spun out and everything. Just did all this.
Did you really?
I did the whole like.
See, that's me, like the movies.
Yeah. I was just taking everything in, like, oh yeah, and everyone, like, the whole New York people were just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like,
California, man.
yeah, pretty much.
Did you feel like electricity in the air? Like in my head, I feel like electricity in the air, like coming in, like just.
I mean, it's
Holy
a city
shit,
that
I've
never
arrived.
sleeps.
That's what they say about Vegas, but I've been there when it's been
Yeah,
asleep.
no, New York is definitely the city that never sleeps.
It's just,
Everything is just going on. I think when we first got to New York, it was like at 1 in the morning, and then we didn't get to Times Square till about 2:30 in the morning, and it was still packed. There's people that just clubbing, drinking, do whatever they got to do, you know. And it's amazing, dude. Like, just seeing all the screens and everything. Like, I've only seen the movies, you know, and now I'm actually here, standing in front of Times Square. Like, it's wild.
can you do like in the movies where you go taxi and then someone shows up?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We never tried it. Nah,
You didn't try it?
Nah.
It's like one of the things I want to try. Taxi!
Taxi!
The dude shows up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could, honestly, but yeah, and the drivers out there are fucking insane.
Is it?
Yeah, and so it's weird too. So I guess in New York, they double park. So let's say how you park your car on the sidewalks, someone will park your car right next to it, so you can't get out. They will double park.
It's legal.
And it's legal.
So you're waiting for someone to get out?
Pretty much. I'm just like, how does that work? Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, double parking. Like, well, what the fuck? And then another thing too is they have like these bumper covers. I guess a lot of people get their bumpers hit all the time.
I bet.
So I think every car I saw out there had a bumper cover.
Like a padded
Yeah.
bumper?
Like a padded cover. Yeah.
See, I gotta go check this out.
Yeah. New York it's interesting, honestly, but you also got to be careful. I think too, like I think it was like a couple days after we had left. I don't know if you ever saw that video of that kid who got stabbed in the liquor store. I think it was from Brooklyn. Oh yeah, but pretty much they thought he was somebody else, and they kept stabbing him. They sliced his neck, everything, all on video, right in front of the liquor store.
And they killed
They
him.
dragged
Well,
him out.
obviously they cut his throat. That's
Yeah,
it.
and it happened like I think it was a couple blocks from where we were staying at. And my mom was just like, "Oh, it's fucking crazy! Like we're just there a couple days ago. Like,
That's really nuts.
yeah,
And that was at night?
yeah, it was at night. I think it was like at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Stan.
Yeah. No, me and my brother, I think, yeah, me and David went out like at 2 in the morning to go check out the Brooklyn Bridge, and that was pretty cool at night
So you were on the Brooklyn Bridge too?
on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Did you see the whole like Statue of Liberty? You did the whole bit?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so we
I
took.
guess you got it.
Yeah, we took like this like a ferry ride that went to Staten Island, and you can just see the Statue of Liberty right there.
See, I don't think I'm ever gonna see that, man. I'm gonna have to really try.
It's nice, honestly. And then like Lower Manhattan, that's really really nice.
Central Park.
Did we go to Central Park? We did go to Central Park. Central
So
Park
you
is
hit
fucking
it all,
huge.
Oscar. You're
We
good
did,
then, man.
yeah.
You're solid as far as the East Coast goes.
But I wasn't 21 yet when I was there, so like I didn't get to like drink or go to any of the bars. Or
I don't
anything
think
like
they're
that.
known for their beer. Is there
I don't
any
think
New York beer? That's like it's all pizza, right? Isn't like Chicago and New York? Like,
Yeah, well, my friend told me that there's like a really big brewery out there in New York. I don't know if it's like in New York, or Brooklyn, New York, or Harlem. I don't know, but he said there's a pretty big brewery out there, which I still want to go check out, you know. But we went during the summertime too, and it was just the humidity is
it sucks
disgusting.
over there. I bet.
It's disgusting.
Florida was like that. I had that bright idea the times we gone to Florida to wear Under Armour, which wicks the moisture off your body.
Yeah.
So your shirts are wet, like constantly. Like as soon as you leave the place, like your room, you're wet.
Yeah, that's how it was over there too.
And then is it like rain really crazy like Florida?
It didn't rain actually at all.
Dude, Florida rain is
Really?
you can't see 10 feet.
It's like thick rain too, right?
There was one. We were at Disney World in like a little Mexico area at Epcot, and I remember the rain was coming down like immediately, just like nothing you've ever seen, man. Like you're gonna friggin' die. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Deb was with me. We ran into like these bushes, like these trees, to try to get some kind. We couldn't even make it inside the damn building.
Oh shit!
It was a downpour like you wouldn't believe. So I don't know if New York's like that.
I'm pretty sure it is. Like it has like the rain will come out of nowhere and then it'll just get really fucking hot right after, and then
See, in Hawaii, you get like rain that comes and goes throughout a day.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like just waters the ground.
Oh, okay.
And
nothing
like
crazy.
5 more minutes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then even the rain's nice. I'm telling you, man.
Does that taste good too?
The water there tastes good. Dude, that's the only place I've ever been to where I seen a rainbow that was a circle.
A circle? A
Like, you know,
rainbow?
you see a rainbow, it's an arch. In Hawaii, there was like circles of rainbows in front of us.
What?
I'm telling you, man.
I need to go to Hawaii, honestly.
You're going to Hawaii, I'm going to New York, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I know, right?
That place is insane.
Yeah, oh my god. So what other parts of Hawaii you been to?
We've been to Maui twice. We've been to Kauai. We've been to Kona. Oahu's the only one we haven't been to.
Oahu?
Oahu. We were supposed to go, but we had tickets, but the company went out of business or whatever. So ATA or whatever.
Got your money back, right?
Yeah, it took a minute.
It
took a minute. We've been all over, like Dallas, Nashville. You want racism? Nashville.
You want racism?
Even for a Mexican like me. Dude, I was walking in Nashville outside the Grand Ole Opry, and a cop picked us up, me and a buddy who was white, and put us in the car and took us back to the resort that we were staying at and said, "Stay here. Like, don't come out. You guys."
That's how scared he was for your safety?
Yeah, for our own safety.
Oh shit.
That's one of the rare times I've been in the back of a cop car. Like, you need to stay in. Do not come out. It's like, wow, this is. I went to.
And this was at night?
This is during the day, man.
Oh shit.
I went to the Dukes of Hazzard Museum.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
They have a Dukes of Hazzard museum?
Yeah, believe it or not, they have a deck. And as I'm walking, checking out the artifacts, whatever artifacts are, lunchboxes and whatnot. There was this big bearded white dude on one side and a big bearded white dude on the other side, and they would follow me as I went down each aisle. It was crazy. And they have the whole Confederate flag out there. They're proud of it.
God, didn't they take it out already?
I don't know. I don't think they're going to take it in Nashville.
No.
But it's funny because you go to downtown Nashville, where it's all barbecue and music, and it's not like that.
It's all like
on the outskirts.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Once you say outskirts,
you're in the Redneckville.
Oh, yeah. It's probably the place where I was pretty uncomfortable, man.
I would too, honestly. Like, being the only brown person out there, like.
Yeah, here's a Mexican. He looks close enough to black to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're just looking for trouble, man.
God.
But you go downtown and it's all, honky tonks and good food and good music and good people, and just packed with people.
That's cool.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been all over the place.
You ever been to Seattle?
Been to Seattle.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
You ever been out to the Space Needle? Is that what it's called?
Afraid of Heights. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think we were talking about it last time.
Yeah.
I asked if you went up there, and you said that like you had to go up these stairs, and you said don't look down.
Yeah.
And you looked down.
No, the girl said when you cross, she goes, "It's okay. I was okay going." She's talking to her family. I'm okay going up, but when we crossed from the elevator to the building, I looked down, and there's a gap, and that was enough for me. Like, I'm out. I'm out. I looked at the screws that there's these big bolts that hold the thing into the ground. I was checking that out, being like a nerd about how things are made. But I looked up at that thing and I was like, hell no. And I know my wife was pissed. Like she was cool about it, but I know there was like one of those check marks that she wanted to get that she's not gonna get with me.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful up there, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's nice. There's no trash. Even the alleys were clean.
Really? Except for the gum alley.
The gum alley was,
you guys see that?
I went down, there's a piece of my gum somewhere in there. We stumbled across that actually. The Seattle is beautiful, man. I can see why people go up there, but you send enough people up there, we're gonna kill it.
Yeah, especially people from LA.
Oh yeah, we're gonna smash it. The place is just. You never been to Seattle?
Never. I really want to go though. I think Mark was trying
to get a group up there.
Yeah,
it's insanely beautiful, man. For being. It's just so green. Yeah. It's insane. I mean, even when we were leaving, there's these tall, like in the forest, like in this forest, as you leave the airport, and these tall like beams going up, right? And then on top of them are lights. And I was like, what are those? Like, those are for mining or what? He goes, that's for the airport. Because you know the airport here, they put the lights on the ground.
Yeah.
Over there, they have to be up in the air.
Oh shit.
So it's man, it's something else.
Yeah. Did you guys do like the fish market or?
We went to the fish market. We went to the first Starbucks. And we did all the touristy stuff.
Yeah.
See, when Deb and I go traveling, not that we travel a lot, but when we do, we're one of those people like we'll step out of the hotel and hang a right and start walking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how I am too.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I
Because
mean?
that's how you discover like things you'll never even see that they post on like the internet or something.
Yeah, stuff that's not on Yelp.
Yeah.
And you mix it up with like the locals, and that's what we did in Seattle. We went out and went right.
Did you ever
San
turn
Francisco, we went out and went left. So I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you just trip out on some of these places, you stumble across it. Yelp isn't gonna help you. You need to like.
Yeah, you need to go out and discover yourself. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's wild. It's beautiful. San Francisco. Everyone's been up there. I know you were up there recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been up there quite a few times.
It was nice up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wild, but it's a whole different feel.
Oh yeah. People are way calmer out there, honestly, compared to people out here.
It's a little more laid back.
LA people are just fucking crazy. I'll be honest.
We really are.
Yeah, we're not like other people or other states. Like, we're just crazy.
We recently went to downtown LA and did things I never got to do. Like we went to Angel's Flight. You ever been on Angel's Flight? It's like a train that goes up a hill.
Yeah.
That's something you should check out.